to our channel, ladies and gentlemen. They say that when life gives you lemons, don't start lamenting. Go ahead and start making lemonade. This is exactly what the Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua is doing to William Samoei Ruto. In the wake of their glaring differences, Rigathi Gachagua has mastered and perfected the art of taking back the ball into Ruto's own court. Rigathi Gachagua not only mastered the way William Ruto used to deal and disregard his boss then Uhuru Kenyatta, but he has also perfected it. Rigathi Gachagua has started this idea of uniting Mount Kenya. And when William Ruto charged his foot soldiers to criticize Rigathi Gachagua, Rigathi reminded them that it was William Ruto who began the slogan, bottom-up economy. And Rigathi Gachagua is telling William Ruto that not only do we want to exercise an economic model, but we also want to exercise the bottom-up unity. And he is explaining that every politics is local. We have to start uniting our people at the family level as we grow up until such a time when we will unite all Kenyans. And he's reminding William Ruto that in the last election in Mount Kenya, there is a percentage that did not vote for William Ruto. And he has embarked on an exercise to ensure that the few who did not vote for William Ruto will vote for him in 2027.
Once the sub-counties are united, you unite the entire county. When we have in this region, our 11 counties are united, then we unite the Mount Kenya region.
You can't build a kingdom with someone who still wants the attention from the village.
All politics is local. All politics is local. Listen to the ground.
Your Excellency Naibu wa Rais, wacha ukuwe villager, huko ndiko umezaliwa na huko ndiko umetoka na tunaanzia kutafuta kura kutoka kwa village.
So when William Ruto thought that his deputy was becoming very obstinate and was growing horns, he developed a plan to ensure that he clipped the horns. And one of the things that William Ruto did was to start frustrating Rigathi Gachagua, denying him a military chopper to travel with. So who is Rigathi Gachagua? He decided, if you're not going to facilitate my transport by giving me a military chopper, then I will also intentionally arrive at your functions very late. When they were having, in that function in Nakuru where they were meeting the Akorinyo community, Rigathi Gachagua broke protocol. Instead of arriving early so that he could receive the president, intentionally I want to believe that Rigathi Gachagua came late. And he told the president, I'm sorry, I want to apologize. I'm the most disciplined, but I arrived late because I have a problem with my transport. And with that, there's nothing William Ruto could do, because how would you even discipline him? He has arrived, but he's saying he had problems. Had you facilitated him with a military chopper, maybe he would have arrived early. And that's why I'm telling you that Rigathi Gachagua, this is exactly what Uhuru Kenyatta, suffered when William Ruto went against him. And I remember when William Ruto began going around and began his early campaigns, the former president Uhuru Kenyatta said, "Huyu jamaa na tanga tanga." And William Ruto came back and told Uhuru Kenyatta that yes, nina tanga tanga and I'm inspecting roads. I'm just doing what you have allocated me to do, and I'm trying to inspect the projects that we promised Kenyans. With that, there's nothing Uhuru could do, because he was telling Uhuru, my main job, my main role is to ensure that I assist you. I'm the principal assistant to yourself.
Mheshimiwa Rais, nataka kwanza niombe msamaha kwako kwa sababu nilichelewa. Mimi unajua mimi si mtu ya kukosa nidhamu. Mimi nilikuwa officer wa uniform, and in your government I'm the most disciplined person. Nilichelewa, I had matatizo with my transport arrangements, halafu ikaingia mambo ya hewa, nikachelewa kutoka, nikakwama pale kati ya Logan na Naivasha karibu 2 hours ndio nifike hapa. Rais, nataka nikushukuru kwa sababu ya hii kongamano.
In fact, in a bid to tame Rigathi Gachagua, Ruto men led by the majority leader Kimani Ichung'wah called on Rigathi Gachagua and they told him that he wants to be a national leader but is still thinking and reasoning like a villager. And this was meant to belittle Rigathi Gachagua. It was meant to humiliate him as a person who, instead of thinking as a national leader, as a presidential candidate, as a president, he's thinking of Mount Kenya. Instead of Rigathi Gachagua allowing this to be a shame, to belittle him, they have decided, the social media team, those who are supporting Rigathi Gachagua, have decided to begin something that looks like a Tanga movement that William Ruto used to have when Uhuru called him Tanga. And now it is a villager. They have printed t-shirts and they are now calling themselves villagers. In fact, yesterday, Rigathi Gachagua demonstrated this by traveling via Kenya Airways instead of using a private means, just to show Rigathi Gachagua, to show William President, yes, I'm a villager. I can use the very, very means that ordinary Kenyans are using. And he was telling William Ruto that when you have decided that you are going to travel using other private choppers, I can use the Kenya Airways, the pride of Africa, because there is no way you will be saying that Kenya Airways is the pride of Africa, yet as a president you are not using it. And instead of going for the first class, Rigathi Gachagua used the economic class. He was carrying his own luggage. He's telling William Ruto, I'm a villager, and they have begun this village movement. I can assure you that if there is something that the Ruto camp is going to regret, is this slogan that they had branded on Rigathi Gachagua, villager. Rigathi Gachagua was looking for something to run away with. He was rebranding himself, and he was looking for something to just get off and start with. Then, before he knew it, Kimani Ichung'wah gave him a slogan, a villager. A village is simply a hustler, a person who resonates with the people. And now that is going to be a movement. And I believe moving forward, this might even become a political party, because Rigathi Gachagua is going to move with it. When William Ruto thought that he was belittling Rigathi Gachagua has taken back the ball to his court. Yes, I'm a villager. I've accepted it. And when William Ruto is talking about austerity measures, he's getting a lot. He's using a lot of money. In fact, it is said his travel to when he flew to US and came back, it cost Kenya's 200 million Kenya shillings. And Rigathi is criticizing Ruto. Why is he doing this? William Ruto recently acquired some money to renovate State House, and it was some huge amount of money. But when Rigathi Gachagua did the same, State House began a smear campaign that Rigathi Gachagua had requested for quite a lot of money at a time when Kenya is crippling economically, when Kenya really needs money to allocate to schools and all this. So Rigathi Gachagua has taken the ball back to his court. You criticized me, here you are. I'm using the economic class at Kenya of Kenya Airways. You're using 200 million a private chopper. So Rigathi Gachagua knows how to hit back at William Samoei Ruto. But is this worrying William Ruto? Yes, it is worrying William Ruto, because one, Rigathi Gachagua has mastered Ruto. He's turning everything against William Ruto. And Rigathi Gachagua has copied William Ruto and is perfecting. You know, William Ruto thought that he's the only student who had learned from Moi, from Kibaki, from Raila. And he thought that he was the only crafty politician. But he has met his match in the name of Rigathi Gachagua. If there is one person who has already become a thorn in the flesh to William Ruto, it is Rigathi Gachagua. And I'm happy he chose him as a deputy president. Rigathi Gachagua, knowing very well that William Ruto cannot kick him out, will give William Ruto problems. He's exposing the cracks within the UDA because William Ruto would expect that Rigathi Gachagua behaves like Moi did in when he was serving under Kenyatta, being frustrated. But Rigathi Gachagua is not Daniel Toroitich arap Moi. Rigathi is Rigathi, and he's saying, I'm a truthful man. I cannot be suffering and keep quiet. I will not keep quiet when things are wrong. Because William Ruto would not want the exposure. He would not want people to know that there are cracks within the UDA. But this is exactly what Rigathi Gachagua is doing. So if William Ruto thought that Rigathi Gachagua will be very easy to deal with, it is going to be very difficult because Rigathi has learned and is a quick learner. Anything you say against him, he will use it against you. Like right now, they've now given him a slogan. And Rigathi Gachagua has decided to be very simplistic. I remember he has always said that he is not very clever, but he knows very well that he's not very foolish. And he knows what he's saying and what he's doing. William Ruto used to tell people when he was a deputy president that I'm not a fool. I'm talking to you, I'm the deputy president of this country. So ladies and gentlemen, who is going to win? Who will blink first? Because Rigathi Gachagua has taken off. His political flight has taken off and there is no turning back. Very many politicians are chiding him, but he's not coming back. You say something, he turns that. Instead of being a stumbling stone, it becomes a stepping stone for him. And William Ruto is worried because he knows very well this is his student. I don't know how he's going to deal with Rigathi Gachagua, but things are unfolding very, very perfectly. And wherever Uhuru Kenyatta is, I know Uhuru is laughing. They are asking, who is laughing now?